Hello, my name's Chris Dillon from Dillon Builders from Orford on the east coast of Tasmania. We've been asked to be involved in this project with the rebuild for Jan and Lloyd Clark on this building, 150 years old approximately. To be honest, I thought we probably should start again. It had various bits of work done to it over the years, none of them very well done. A lot of people had had a go at it, that had been used for various things, and everyone had tried to renovate it to some extent, very unsuccessfully. The condition of the shed was it wouldn't have lasted much longer. It was to the point it was on its bones, basically. The brief was to be as authentic as we could. Some of it wasn't possible. One of the challenges for us that determined that brief was the fact that we had to try and maintain the building in a safe sort of manner while we were working in it. That's how bad it was. The structure itself was very poor. There were sort of main components that were missing. So Jan and Lloyd's brief was to sort of make it as authentic as we could, as it would have been in the day when it was built, and we try to sort of follow that all the way through. Mainly just the structural side of it, to keep it, to be able to work underneath it and pull pieces out that were completely rotten beyond years of service. That was the biggest thing, and we couldn't sort of determine that entirely until such stage as we'd stripped it back to its bare bones. We used like for like as much as we could. The weatherboards, Jan and Lloyd insisted that they be authentic. The square cut weatherboards, they predate bullnose weatherboards. So on Lloyd's instruction, we got square cut weatherboards done again. That wasn't easy, trying to source that type of material. Where we went into the roof structure, for some reason, someone had taken out every second rafter, and we replaced that with hardwood, sort of like for like. So everywhere we could, we used like for like materials. Wasn't always possible, but we did the best we could. As I said, structurally, that played the biggest part of it. As we stripped more back, we found more things that were either unusable or beyond their use by date. So it was just a matter of, it just morphed as much as anything. It became obvious as we went along. It was. We use skills that we don't get to use that often these days. Trying to work under something while holding it up at the same time presented a challenge, but some of the skills that we use, some of the carpentry skills, in this day and age, everything's sort of a little more prefab, so we sort of had to go back and do things a little like we did back in my early days, like recutting the rafters and bits and pieces. Those types of things, but extremely interesting and rewarding for everybody that worked on the project. Artefact wise, we did hope to, but no, we didn't find anything like that. I think anything that might have been of interest might have been found by others, but we found interesting things in terms of the challenges with the building, but no artefact type stuff, which was a bit disappointing. I do, for the area. I think just the pure age of the building, I think the history down in this area, what it's sort of come and what it's grown into, this area, a bit like some of the inner city areas of major sort of cities that were started out as working class areas and now have sort of moved into the upper end of residential type stuff. So yeah, I think it's very significant. Oh, very pleased. And one of the most pleasing things is the comments that we get from people that have lived in the area for a long time, past comment as they go past. A lot of people took a lot of interest in it on the way through, and we told them that they could have an opinion if they wanted to put a donation in a bucket. Funny enough, there wasn't too many coins in the bottom of the bucket, but everyone still had an opinion. But we've only ever heard positive stuff with the finish. So yeah, most people I think would be pretty pleased, and they should be. I think it was done at considerable expense by Jan and Lloyd, and I think they are both to be congratulated for what they've done actually.